something new. But yeah, as soon as we get confirmation, we can start. I can see the chat here. Yep. I'll just check YouTube on the other side if we are live and live at the right place because, yep, we are 5 people watching and everything looks good. Hello, everyone. Cool. Just maybe show a thumbs up or something in the chat so we are good to go. Sally says hi there from Cape Town, South Africa. Sound and audio good. Okay, all right. We are good to go then. So yeah, welcome back to the BWH YouTube channel. And today we have Suraj from Frappe with us. He is going to show us some Frappe Builder things. And welcome to the show, Suraj. After a long while.
Yeah, it's been almost 2 years, I guess, since our
Yeah.
last stream.
Yes.
So, yeah, really excited to show what new things we have in Builder.
Mm-hmm.
Last time it was a end-to-end site creation
Mm-hmm.
for Force United.
Yeah.
This time we'll switch it a bit. We'll go concept-wise and
Mm-hmm.
try to cover everything that is important to build a production-ready website.
Hmm.
So we'll go step by step. We'll cover the basics. We'll understand things how it works, and yeah, it will be fun, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Also,
Tell
we'll
tell a
explore
bit
all
about
the
yeah.
yeah.
Tell a bit about yourself first. What do you do?
I'm Suraj. I've been working on at Frappe since 2018, I guess, and I've been working on this project Frappe Builder more than 3.5 years now, and yeah, uh, since last stream we have come a long way,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, it is going strong. Our Frappe I website is entirely built on Frappe Builder, and yeah, it feels good that it is working really great.
I think one
So
of the bigger feats was also migration of ERP Next, entire ERP Next
right,
website to and hundreds of pages, I guess, right?
yeah, um, ERP Next and Frappe Cloud websites as well,
Mm-hmm.
including all the pricing pages,
Mm-hmm.
everything.
Nice.
So yeah, we have covered almost all the cases from which I'll have picked some of the cases that are recurring. Like
Mm-hmm.
all site builders will need to understand these concepts. I should I share my screen?
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Um, I have a small outline that I want to cover today.
Yep. Yep.
Um,
Let's get started. I will just pin your screen. Yep.
so this is the rough outline that I am planning to cover today.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, all the basic positioning, styles, component creation, scripting, dynamic page, SEO, and all the how to's, basic how to's that is very important to build a complete website. And yeah, these are all the simpler things. We'll also dive into how we can fast forward things um, with the help of AI and all that. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll get into that later, but these basics are very important to understand so that you get the complete control over whatever you build. So yeah.
Makes sense. So yeah, one
So
thing I wanted to ask, yeah, yeah, before you
yeah.
start. So how does or where does Builder stand in this AI one shot web pages era?
Yeah, so obviously those are very you know exciting to look at, like pages get created in a single prompt. But where builder will help is to get you some stability, and see, you can create pages with a single prompt, but you have to maintain, you have to enhance them, you'll have to tweak them to your liking. And after some point, that exhaustion will get in, like how much prompt will you put in to get a perfect page that you want. So I have myself explored a lot in terms of AI, integrating AI with the builder. But still uh, it is very much relevant to understand bit of a basics of how you can tweak your pages. And even if you generate a uh, template page out of AI, you still need to understand how editor works, and tweak it accordingly and maintain it for longer duration.
Mhm.
All this one shot AI based page creation tools, I have not seen a lot of them hit production. It is very good for uh, POC kind of stuff,
Mhm.
but
Mhm.
for production ready pages, it you still need a um, stable tool that can help you manage a lot of pages.
Mhm. Yeah, makes sense. It's also about like, okay, what level of tweaking do you get after that page is created, right? Okay, you can go and edit
Yeah,
this section as per your liking rather than three prompts. You should be able to get in the way and do it right rather than
yeah,
AI doing everything. I think that's where Builder also fits in a way. So Figma is still relevant, right? Figma, so people are doing vibe designing, but Figma is still relevant because then designers can go in and then
mm,
do that shifting of 10 pixels here and there, trying out different colors. I think Builder also follows the same principle of, okay, you can go and tweak what you see is what you get rather than like this uh, prompting back and forth, right?
yeah, right. So
Mm.
I've said all this after exploring and trying to integrate AI with the builder, because this is not just me saying that
Mm-hmm.
AI is not that relevant, but
Mm-hmm.
there are many cases where AI is very useful, like adding, creating mundane stuff and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there is still a balance that we need to strike.
Mm-hmm.
um yeah, we after the AI feature that I am working on, it will fast forward page creation by a lot. But the editing part will still be, understanding how editing works will still be very relevant.
Yeah, makes sense. Best of both worlds. Code with Najmul says, good afternoon, Hussein and Suraj. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Awesome. Cool. So where are we starting today?
So anyone who is new to this Frappe ecosystem, the best place to start with is to go to Frappe IO/builder and click on try Frappe Builder. It will create a instance
Mm-hmm.
on Frappe Cloud, and it will let you. So I think I've already created one site, so it directly jumped here.
Mm-hmm.
So there will be a sign up process in between, and you ultimately you will land here. This is the uh, interface that you will get after you click on um, try Frappe Builder. So
Yep. So I've shared the link in the chat for whoever wants to follow along. You can just sign up.
Oh,
It doesn't require a credit card or anything. You will get a site. And the
yeah.
second thing is, for those who don't know what Frappe Builder is, how would you define Frappe Builder, Suraj?
So Frappe Builder is a not a low code tool. It's a low code visual builder,
Hmm.
and you will get a Figma like interface where uh, you can create a web page piece by piece, and you will get some of these primitives using which you can sort of design your page, and it also has a one click publish option, and you don't have to manage anything else. The optimization is handled, caching is handled out of the box, and yeah. So we'll get to know the capabilities of Frappe Builder as we progress in the stream. So anything you want to design visually, if you have a web page design in mind, if you want to create it, this is a tool for you. And yeah, we'll create something today, and
Yep, let's start.
we'll get to know. Yes. So first of all, this is the interface, and um, as soon as we create a new page, we are presented with canvas, the properties panel, and this layers panel.
Hmm.
And whatever elements that we create here are
Hmm.
called blocks,
Okay.
and each block can have different properties based on which it changes how it looks, how it behaves.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and so here are a few things, like you can start with basic templates, like these are sections, pre-built sections where you can just drop and make changes and make your page live. So suppose something, and you can hit publish, and this will be live on a particular URL. These are all default URL. So a page title and URL are mentioned here. Like if you want to change, um, say, let's call it Frappe, and if I want to make it homepage, so this page will be live on this URL now. Yeah. So this is the uh, route part. These are all the properties, and we'll see how we can create elements and place them in a certain way that it looking good. So I'll delete all these blocks. What we'll try to understand is how layouting works in Frappe Builder. So let me recreate this block so that we have a better understanding. So by default, whatever we place in the canvas are stacked. Like if I place a new container, it will be stacked below the previous one. And it is same with other blocks as well: text, image, and so on. So with these three primitives, we can create anything that we want. So let me recreate this section first. So by default, I'll take some height, and the default width is full, which is stretch, and it is stretching end to end. Now suppose I want to add this. This is one container within which there is one text. So I'll just simply drop one container, resize it to
So are
say
containers
5.
equivalent to this divs in HTML?
Right.
Okay.
So now it might look a bit ugly and slow, but this is very important to understand the basics. So let me remove the background. There is one block. I am trying to recreate this, and I'll double click on it and write what's new. So as you can see, this block is in the center of the parent container. So to make that happen, I'll hit this. What it does is it center aligns all the child elements inside the container. This is one container, and yeah, it's center aligned. Similarly, I need a heading. Maybe I'll pick it from here and say creative and we need paragraph. So yeah, it is taking more than what we want. To confine it to a specific width, we can say it should have max width of say 500 pixel. Yeah. Now as you can see, it is center aligned. So we can just select this and make it center aligned. We need to create a button now. Similarly, we will pick a container, resize it. I'll select same color as this and give it
Suraj, the audience says your
border
sound is
this.
very low. Can you just check?
Okay.
I have it at full from my side.
Let me check. Is this better
No, it's still a bit low.
now?
Yeah, it's much better now.
Yeah. So I'll bump it up. Okay. It's better.
Yeah. Can someone confirm? For me, it is louder, but audience, maybe keep the mic
Should I
closer
continue
towards you.
now?
Say something
Hello.
longer.
Hello. How are you, Hussein?
Yeah, yeah, better.
Am I going too fast with this?
No, no, it's good now. It's the sound is good. You can
Hmm.
continue.
So yeah, I'll continue. So whenever you want to add text inside a container, you double click. This is not visible because the text color is black by default. So I'll change the text color. Get started. So suppose you already have a block, you want to copy the style. There is one option called copy style. You can just copy that and paste that style. it will match it. And then if you want to create this, I'll duplicate. I hit Command D to duplicate a block,
Hmm.
and then I'll change to more, and then what I can do is I'll remove the background or change it to gray. This one, and for text, I'll pick this. Okay, so these are all the element we want, but it still doesn't look like this. So first of all, in this container, this part is in the middle. To make that happen, we'll hit this, and then there needs to be some gap between all of them. So to add a gap, we'll use this, and these are uh, side by side. So to make them side by side, we'll have to wrap them in another container, um, so that we can style them individually.
Hmm.
So yeah, I have wrapped them in a container,
Okay. So
and
on right
now
click
we
you
can,
had this options, right? So on right click you
yeah,
had options. Cool.
yeah.
Hmm.
So you can select multiple blocks
Hmm.
like this, and right click, wrap in container. So those blocks will be inside one container, and then you can change the direction of their child, like it will flow from right to left horizontally, and then you can give some gap. Okay, it is looking a bit like this, but here you can see there is outline and there is no background.
Can you zoom a bit more?
So
The outline is very faint. I guess the audience won't be able to see. Now it is visible. Yeah.
um,
There is a slight border.
okay,
Yeah.
I'll also zoom this editor.
Yep. Better.
um,
You can
so
also maybe go full screen on the Chrome because that bar is a bit distracting. Yeah. Thanks.
um, so to match this, we'll have to remove the background, add border, gray 50 maybe. It is not visible,
Hmm.
so I'll change the border quite visible. And so we need it to be rounded, so let's make it rounded. No, yeah,
Hmm.
something like this. Now we'll have to adjust as we want. Like if you want it to be smaller, we can change width and height of it and all that stuff. So this is one way of layouting things. This was a flex layout. We uh, added a main container and we added some children inside it, and if we wanted a different way, wanted some of the elements to flow in different way, we wrapped them in a different container and style them accordingly.
Okay.
So this is one way, and let's check this out as well. So we'll get into responsive stuff in a bit, but let us also cover how grid layout works. Do you
Okay.
have any questions in this till now?
Anyone? Any questions? So there are some suggestions in the chat. Could be great later. An example of forms like newsletter subscribe. Okay, and then
Yeah,
also. Hmm.
there is basic template of form here,
Hmm.
and subscribe can be this input plus button.
Cool.
Yeah,
No, other
so
than that, no questions. We can proceed.
I'll I'll switch to grid layout. This was a flex layout, and there are other cases as well. So suppose there is, so as you saw, this was not absolutely positioned. Like we
Hmm.
are used to placing elements uh, where we want directly by dragging them to that place,
Hmm.
but in this editor it does not work like that. You'll have
Hmm.
to place them uh, one below the other and style them as I shared here.
Hmm.
The main reason for this is that we'll have to support responsiveness. So if we absolutely position somewhere around here, an element somewhere around here, so in the tablet it will go out of the view.
Hmm.
So that's why we don't place it absolutely like uh, 300 pixel from here is goes out of the mobile view,
Hmm.
something like that. So
Okay.
uh, okay, so now the next part is grid layout. So there is one preset for grid layout as well, like quick grid. I'll show how it looks. Yeah.
So those
So
who
this is
want to
how it
follow
looks.
along,
By
the
default, it has,
presets are just above the layers panel. There is a plus icon. Yep.
yeah. So this is the default grid layout. I'll show how you can recreate it. This is again just to understand how things work,
Hmm.
and it will be slower than how we do stuff. Like this should be much faster, but again, to understand the basics. So I've created a main container. Inside that, I'll drop s- four containers. See, as I said, it by default flows as a stack, one below
Hmm.
the other, like this. And I'll add a bit of a gap to show it clearly. Okay, we'll change. Will As you can see, there is a fixed height set to the parent container, which is clipping of children inside it. So what you can do is you can remove the absolute height and let it flow according to the children.
Hmm.
Like children will decide the height of the parent.
Okay.
um, all these are very
Usually it's the
important
other way
if you
around,
want
but
to.
fine. In the real world, it's the other way around. Parents.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in this case it is important to have a good responsive website. So
Hmm.
as much relative height width and auto height width you set, it will be much easier to manage in different devices. Like you don't have to manually change or update widths according to different device. So that's why this works out of the box, because we have full width, and in this display it is taking full width.
Hmm.
If we had set 600 pixel, it would have tried to take 600 pixel in this as well.
Hmm.
So yeah. Okay. um, Now we have this, and it is still a flex layout. And if you want to switch it to grid, you can click on grid. It automatically sets 2 to 2 by 2.
Hmm.
By default it selects two columns by default and row is unset, it automatically decides how many rows it can make. Because there are four,
Mm-hmm.
it broke it to 2 by 2. Okay. I'll remove the background color of this to match this. And this gap still works here. Like I've set some gap and it sets 15, 15 gap here. If you want different gaps, you can also set 20. So here it took 20 pixel, it takes 15 pixel here. So this is top and bottom and this is right and left. Okay.
So I think there is a question in chat. Where is it? Yeah. Can you give an example when to use stack and grid?
So it depends. If you want to um, create a fixed column layout, then you can go for grid. Like there, if you want to create image carousels, like let me create an image carousel. You can also create it in stack, but it will be much difficult. Like in this case, it is much simpler. I'm putting some images in this
So you're
boxes.
directly dragging and dropping in the canvas. Nice.
Yeah. uh, yeah, I think you can't see from where I'm dragging, but I'm dragging it from my desktop. This one is a bigger image, I think. Let me remove this distraction and we can focus on.
Yeah.
What I'll also do is I'll add some padding at the bottom in the body.
Okay, you directly dragged in the canvas. So I just wanted to ask about those controls that are on screen rather than going to the properties panel, right, for padding and spacing.
Y- yeah, yeah. So there are two handlers, like you
Hmm.
can determine padding, this is margin,
Hmm. Can
and
you zoom
padding.
in? I think it's
Let me
yeah.
change the image, this is very big. You can also drop image over already existing image to
Hmm.
replace it.
So does it like automatically optimize or anything if you drop in images? Because these days there is
So
like WebP and yeah.
yeah, so all the images that you upload are automatically converted to WebP, because it is the most one of the most optimized format uh, that web prefers. So yeah, it reduces image size by a lot, and you don't have to worry about all this stuff. It is handled out of the box under the hood. um, so right, so I have fixed height set for each of these blocks. So if I remove it, it will start ticking the height of the image. Yeah. So someone asked that when should we use um, grid versus stack. By default you should use stack, and it is very flexible. But if you want very uh, you have um, set style of of a grid like 2 by 4 or um, 3 by 3. If it is fixed, then you can go for grid, because it is very simple to create 3 by 3, 4 by 4 uh, kind of layout. And grid also has this option where you can have uh, multiple a cell can take multiple rows as well. Like in this case, it is taking, it can take two rows.
2 rows.
Single cell
Okay.
can take two rows.
Mm-hmm.
And if I want this to take two columns, then I can select that container and change it to two columns. Yeah, stuff like
Nice.
this.
Mm-hmm.
This gets very complex in flex layout, and it is very simple in grid. And you can also change it in responsive views. Like in this case, if I want to force one by one, then I can just do it one. And wait. Okay. So since this was already taking two columns, it defaulted it to set two columns. So in this case, I had to explicitly say this column should also take one column,
Okay.
and then it adjusted accordingly. So yeah, this is grid layout. Let me check what else we can cover in this. Now, as you already saw how responsive layout works, so in this case, because it is touching the edges, we can say it should have some padding around. And then it will be inherited. Or else, if you don't have this padding in your desktop view, you can just simply add it in your mobile view. And this okay, so I'll explain the concept of responsive layout. So whatever style you set here desktop, in the desktop, is directly cascaded to tablet and mobile. And whatever you change in the tablet, um, okay, there is some overrides. I'll change it in this. I'll remove this because this was a template, and this is what I've created. So when I change it here, it cascades to mobile as well. And if I want specific changes in my mobile view, I can just change it here. So this doesn't go up, it just goes down. All the styles are cascaded downwards. So if I want specific styles in this, I can just change here. Select them then and set padding, because I don't need padding in this views. I don't have to set it here. And as I already said, here I wanted a single column, so I can set it 1, 2, 3, whatever I want in specifically mobile. um, all right.
Yeah, makes sense. So basically, you can design the desktop one, and then if it is fluid enough, it will just work. For example,
Hmm.
flex layout and everything will work in tablet and mobile. But then you can go and start tweaking the particular breakpoints, I should say, tablet and mobile, and then it will override whatever was there in the desktop. Makes sense.
Yeah, right. So in this placing stuff, we also have to cover this. Let me clear all this, or let's create a new page. Okay. So there are cases where you want to, for example, this nav bar. So in mobile view, you don't want to show all this. You want to show this hamburger menu. How does this happen? So the way it works is you have all the elements here, like logo, this navigation items, and the login button and all that. I also have this button, hamburger button, in the layers, but I have hidden it in the desktop explicitly, so it doesn't show up here. But as you go down, you can explicitly choose to show them, like I'm showing the hamburger menu and hiding all the other stuff that I don't need in the mobile view. So this is how it works. And now what you can do is you can add handlers on this and show a drop down over here that will check out as we move ahead in the scripting section or complex layouting section. So these are all auto layout. Basically you are not positioning an element into a perfectly uh, defined location, but
Okay.
there are cases where you might want to do that. For example, you might have seen that there are websites where you place chat button at the bottom of the page and it stays there. So
Yeah, that is like very
that,
common these days.
yeah. So if we try to do that, like suppose I try to create something. So if I want to place this here and force it to stay there, how will I do it? So there is one option of making any element to have a free position. Now it is free, like it can go anywhere in the canvas, but I want it to be at the uh, bottom right. So what I'll do is I'll clear all this default um, positions. What I'll do is I'll say I need it to be 10 pixel from right and 10 pixel from the bottom. Now it will stay there always, but let me set fixed width for it. 300 pixel, 100 pixel, and height should be same. Yeah, it will stay there always. Let me show the preview. Okay, so I'll have to set height of the page to take 100%. 100. So what I did is I asked this edit. By default this editor takes 100% of the height, but in the actual web page it takes default height to be what it contains. Like if body contains this much of the content, it takes this much of the height. So I forced body to take at least 100 vh, which is viewport height, this much end to end. Yeah. Okay.
Cool. So one question.
Yeah.
Basically, we just saw in the preview mode. So until you hit publish, all of what you are doing is draft, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So so you can't see the link over here, which means this page is not yet published.
Okay.
So as soon as I hit publish, it will open it on the URL. We also have not set a specific URL. This
Mm-hmm.
is kind of useless, but you can still have it to test your page out and then
Mm-hmm.
change it to your production URL later on. So yeah, once you publish, you have this arrow. You can open your page at any time. Now, once you hit publish, you make changes, uh, something like this, and then your editor will say if you want to publish your changes, new changes, and if you want to revert all the changes over the published version, you can just revert it using this.
Cool.
It is back
Makes
to the
sense.
published version. Yeah.
Okay. So one more thing, when you
um
published, right? When we were in the page, I we saw a ghost button, right? Maybe you want to, because it's very useful. I find it very useful. The ghost builder logo that shows up, yeah, here at the bottom.
yeah, yeah. So this is very helpful if you are if you have multiple pages and you don't want to search it from your dashboard and you
Mm-hmm.
want to quickly edit it. You can just go to the publish page. You'll have to be logged in by default, and then click this. It will take you to the editor directly. So this will
Nice.
not be visible to the normal uh, visitors, only the logged in users. I'm logged in by here, so that's why I'm able to see this button.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah,
some particular role as
quite
well, I
handy.
guess, right?
Yeah, website manager. Mm.
Okay.
So that is all handled uh, under the hood. um, yeah.
Cool.
um, Next is the styling part.
Hmm.
So I'll move this a bit inward so that we'll have a bit more space around. So suppose there are multiple ways to style an element in Builder. The obvious ones are these. You can tweak this to change the style. There is one option of raw style, and it will only be useful when you have exhausted all the options over here and you want to do something else. um, and yeah, let me go through the process. So suppose I want to add shadow to this. Usually these chat windows have shadows, chat buttons. So can simply select medium and it should show up. And if you want better shadow, yeah.
Yeah. Now it is showing up. This is new, by the way. I haven't seen this shadow editor.
Yeah. Yeah, I introduced it recently. So this is one way.
Mm-hmm.
And now what else we can do is we can increase the shadow on hover. So
Hmm.
there is something called state style. So
Okay.
if you want shadow to be different on hover, you can click here and change the shadow. We have exhausted the option, but what we can do is we can just change it from here. One quirk of this is it will not show up in the preview. um, Let me switch to light. So here you can see the preview.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I am dragging this. Is it visible?
Yeah, yeah, it's visible.
So I'm dragging this to have more shadow on hover.
Okay. Okay.
So this hover thingy will not be visible in the
Hmm.
editor. You'll have
Mm-hmm.
to go to preview
Hmm.
and hover over it.
Okay.
So if you can notice, there is
Hmm.
slight increment in shadow
Shifting.
on hover,
Yeah, yeah. It shifts
and it
below.
is, yeah, yeah, it is smooth as well, because by default as soon as you set um, hover states, it automatically um, sets this
Oh,
thing transition as well.
transition. Mm-hmm.
So you can choose, by default it is normal, you can choose this to be faster. So in the preview you can check it, it will be
Hmm.
much faster now.
Mm-hmm.
Similarly, you can have state styles for any other properties you see here. You
Mm-hmm.
just have to click, select which state you want to change state for, style for, and yeah, you can set it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
So two things like, can we add an icon on this SVG icon, and then also can we have the mouse, because that is annoying. Like I want the mouse cursor pointer.
okay,
Good
so yeah,
place to.
good request. Yes.
Yeah.
So you can get some icons. I usually use this site to get svg icons. So
Yeah. There's also Lucide which I use if someone wants to check them out.
yeah, this is the collection of all those icons, by the way, and this will also have lucide.
Oh, okay.
And
So
yeah,
this is like.
as you can see, this is
Mm-hmm.
the collection, massive collection of all the svg icons.
What is this?
So
Icons.js.org. Okay, I will share it in the
yeah,
chat.
so let me pick this one, and I'll just click on svg. It copied the svg. I can simply select this container and paste, command v. So it pasted it here. Now similar concept, if you want it to be center, you can hit this, and yeah, and if you want to change the size, you can select the svg, change the size, and can also change the color, something else if you want, maybe purple.
I don't know. Maybe the gray background is a bit.
Yeah, maybe we can have a lighter shade.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do like blue on white on blue, something like that. Yeah, this is better.
So
Sort of material design
yeah,
vibe to it.
material design, right?
Yeah.
um right, you also wanted the cursor to be different, right? So there
Yeah.
is cursor option as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just say it should be pointer, and in the preview you will see it change to pointer now.
Nice.
And if you want to open a certain URL with this, you can add link my chat and the new tab.
Hmm. Nice.
So it will open my chat, but we don't have any page in this URL. So
Hmm.
uh, maybe we can open this TPS chat chatgpt.com.
Yeah, don't ask us. Go ask them basically. Any
This
questions?
is
Open ChatGPT.
yeah
Actually,
directly.
more useful button these days, I'm guessing. But yeah, nice. So there is a question in chat if you want to take this. Uh,
Um,
can you can you
yes.
set shadow option of a text field elements using standard tools?
Um, let's try that out. I actually haven't used shadow on text. Um, so I've selected the text and I'll click shadow, maybe larger shadow, but it is uh, giving shadow on the container of the text. Hmm. I think good segue to start raw styling.
Yes.
So let's see how to set style, set shadow to text. I usually go to MDN. It's very slow right now. So this is the property that we need to set so that shadows show up on text block. So what we can do is we can copy this, and first of all we'll remove this shadow which is uh, for the container. We'll remove this. We want it to be on text, right? So I'll click new and paste it. As you can see, it shows up.
Oh, nice. You
So
pasted the
this is
entire
the
property. It split it into. Okay, cool.
yeah. So this is the uh, perfect use case for using raw styles, because there are limited properties here,
Mm-hmm.
and if you want to change stuff and use different properties, then you can go for raw style.
Hmm.
So yeah. And also suppose if you want to change, uh, if you want to, oh no, yeah, I just undid.
Using
If
Command
I
Z.
want to change the text shadow, yeah, um, text shadow, if I want it to be different, what I can do is I can set it to 5 pixel and
Okay.
check it out in the
Basically
preview.
prefixing with the state name. Okay,
Yeah,
nice. Fancy.
yeah. So state styles can be set like this
Hmm.
in the raw style, or else your if you have properties over here, you can just use this option. All right. So this was one use case. Let's use better pages. I have demo page over here. So I have multiple pages. We can explore different way of styling things in these pages.
Okay. Huge collection you have got there.
So something like this. Uh, See, this is changing its position on hover, right?
Mm-hmm.
How it works is you can basically transform on hover. So, right.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is the style. Maybe it is not visible over here, but I'll show how it should be. So if you add raw style and hover transition, hover transform transition to 10 pixel, it shifts a bit more. Uh, yeah. So what's happening is the default transform is not visible because it is internally set, which is not visible. I'll do some fixes around it, but yeah, this is just an example how you can force your style if something is not working as expected. um, cool. So that's the raw style. One thing I missed covering was a small thing, like if you suppose have different style over here for mobile and maybe different text color in the mobile, and this you have set accidentally. If you want to remove all the overrides, you can just right click and click on reset overrides. It comes back to the normal style, and then you can make changes accordingly over it. So in this case I want it to be smaller, so yeah. So most of the cases gets covered in this, but if you want to set some global style, um, you have to think of the example for global style. Okay. So as you saw, raw styles are only applicable in preview and in the published page. If you want to apply something globally, then you can also add a css file to your page, like body should be ground, and will this work? Maybe not, because we have a container which already has background and the body is below this, so the red color will not show up. So what else can we do with this raw style? um, this is very useful to set some animations. So let me pick some animations. CSS animation.
I was on mute and for the audience. What I was saying is, I think I have used raw styles in my blog
Hmm.
where I needed to style markdown, where the rendered
Okay.
markdown and some
All right.
code snippets. I think it's a good use case for those.
Yeah, I mean, not everything will be in control of builder right
Hmm.
of the out of the box,
Hmm.
style wise. So you might have to override some style using this uh, raw style or css. um, why are there no examples of animations? Acha, is there?
Yeah, maybe we want the chat button to pop like this, top bottom, top bottom. If we could go to that example, so it's calling out. Should not do in live site maybe, but probably we can copy
Just
this and
for
change the direction. Yeah.
let's try. um
So this will
so
make the entire body.
yeah, how, first of all we'll have to go to that page,
Yeah.
this page, right?
Yeah.
And then we'll have to set some id so that our style can identify which element to target. So for that we generally use class.
Hmm.
So chat bubble can set this and
Hmm.
then add a script.
Okay, it's called a client script. So for those
Yeah.
not from the Frappe verse, client scripts is basically like either the JavaScript or the CSS.
So as I said, this will not work in the editor. You will have to check it in. Um,
Did
did
not work.
what am I doing wrong?
Can you check the style
Hmm.
again maybe?
So no animation. I don't think we set it like this.
Hmm.
Hmm. Okay, so this ideally should work because we are using some of the preset styles, right? Preset animations.
Can you go back? Let's check the script again.
Chat bubble and the script.
Correct. So I usually go and inspect the page if the style was there or not. Maybe that could work.
Just slide in is, it is not able to recognize sliding.
Hmm. I think
Hmm.
slide in
Okay.
they might have defined custom somewhere.
Where is this? Hmm.
Mhm. On web, you can do inspect anywhere.
Yeah, this is their custom.
Hmm.
So what we can do is we can add our own sliding
Hmm.
like this. Client script, add keyframes. Um, I always forget this. So slide in 0% should be -20. Okay, something like this, right?
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, I guess. Click on the runner HTML or whatever it is.
yeah,
No, it
let's use
will
this.
be, yeah.
Exactly what we need. Slide in. Okay. See.
Yeah.
Okay, let's disable this. So yeah, that was the example. That, I mean, you can do multiple things. Whatever you can do with normal CSS, that you can you can put it here, and it will start working. Just that if you want to select a particular block from this, you'll have to set some ID like class, or you can also set explicit ID by using HTML attribute. um, for this, if I want it to have ID, can do chat, something like this, and then I can point it how you normally point.
Hmm. ID selector. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah,
So there is a question. Can you please show getting data from doctab and then putting it on the page? Yes, we are going to see it in some time.
yeah, yeah. We'll cover all that. So for styles, I think we have covered almost everything. If there is any doubt, let me know.
Yeah, post your questions in the chat. We can take. Yeah, what's next?
So next in line is color variables.
Okay.
um, but are we done with questions for styling?
Yeah, any questions till now? What we covered was using the basic tools to build a layout and then using the properties panel to um, do some stack grid, and we also saw normal styles like text color, border color, etc. And then we saw if the standard options don't suffice, what you can do is you can use the raw styles area, right? And if
Or
that too
you
is hard,
can add.
or you can add a client script of type CSS, and then you can write your CSS here, for example, the animation. Any doubts in that? You can post it in the chat. 17 people are watching. Nice. At some point it was 22, but all right.
Yeah,
Folks have work to do.
weekend,
Yeah.
so they need to chill as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Okay, so there is a question. What are the options for hosting Frappe websites? Can I host on Cloudflare pages?
um, okay, so Cloudflare's hosting is usually for CDN purpose. Like if you want to reduce the latency of whatever page you are serving. Like if you are hosting it on Frappe Cloud, if you want to reduce the latency, then you can proxy it through Cloudflare. If that is what you're asking, then that is possible, but there is a tough configuration for that. You will have to do it in Cloudflare, and there is some changes that needs to be done at the domain level in um, Frappe Cloud's dashboard. So doable. And if you are asking about hosting a static HTML CSS on Cloudflare that is built out of Builder, then um, there is no first class support for it, but you can obviously download HTML CSS, all the static files from your published page, and then host it on Cloudflare. So ideally, we could have some option from here, but it is not there out of the box. People have implemented it with their own customization.
Hmm. Cool, makes sense. So basically, this is built on top of Frappe. So if you have already have a Frappe site, you just install publish on that same site. Right now, I don't think there is a way for you to export the raw static site and then host it in normal GitHub pages, etc. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
but the proxy, uh, Cloudflare proxy to reduce
Hmm.
latency is a good use case where which works. Like if you have Rapid Cloud site and then
Hmm.
you set up a proxy, then
Hmm.
you can minimize that latency.
Yeah, yeah. So it's basically then we'll cache it in the Cloudflare CDN
Yes.
network. Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Makes sense.
Mm, so we'll switch to CSS variables. CSS variables are basically used to set. So throughout the page you might want a similar color scheme, right?
Hmm.
Like you have to maintain same color across your elements. For example, if you have this page, all the text color should be same. That might be one requirement. You don't want to set this hash again and again. You want to maintain a map of sorts and then use it directly. For example, if I set text color and set hash value to it, uh, ins- whenever I create a new block, instead of setting this hash, I'll just write text color, something like that. So we'll see how we can do that. Uh, and there is one more benefit of using CSS variable is you can
Is it
have
called CSS
dark
variable
mode.
or like I think color variables, right? Or does it work with any
Internally
property?
it
Hmm?
internally it uses CSS variables, but
Okay.
what we have set here is just variables. But
Okay.
for now it just supports color variables.
Okay.
uh, okay, so let's create a I'll copy this page, this part, and in our newly created site, I'll paste it so that we can demonstrate the variables here.
Okay. And we also demonstrated that you can copy across whole sections between different sites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Cool.
um, okay. So we need list of CSS variables, and so right now I don't have list of CSS variable, but we can create from this panel. So, and we need multiple of them. Instead of creating them one by one, there is this option where you can download some sample variable. Okay, so before that, let me show a simple uh, way of setting CSS variable. So suppose you have this text color already. You will, on selecting any color, you will get this option, save as variable. You just have to set uh, text, name them basically. Okay, so once you do that, that variable will be used and it will show up here. And now I can, okay, so suppose I create a new section with the same background and select heading. So I want to maintain same color. So what I can do is I can select my heading block and select this text color. Now the best part of this is you can just tweak this later on and it will reflect across the page.
Hmm.
So one change will be applied to all the elements that are using that variable.
Nice. I
And
think
one
this
more
is.
thing, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
yes, and one more thing, that you can have different color for dark mode of the page. So suppose in light mode I am using the steel color. In dark mode maybe I want it to be something different, um, but it won't show up in this. We just have to change it to dark mode and then it will show up. Okay, so let me show how it looks in the preview. So since this is in dark mode, it is showing black, and if we switch to light, it should ideally show the other color. Okay, let's see it in published page, and I'll change my mode to what? Is it because of the incognito mode?
Maybe refresh.
Okay, so if this is not working, then there is something called theme switcher that you can use. Um, you can place it somewhere. Uh, I mean, you can choose a better location for this, but Something is off. Let me open a new browser window. Huh.
Yeah, probably in
Something is off with
incognito or
the,
something.
yeah. I might have to check. Yeah, it works now.
That's fine.
What? Okay, so yeah, I mean, this can be part of your navigation bar, and it will be very easy to, allow your users to switch the theme.
So you can place a moon and a sun beside this switcher, and you will be good to go.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, so I wanted a way to upload lots of CSS variables. Like, sup- uh, let us use AI for this.
Yeah, it's loading.
Uh, is my internet slow or what
No,
is
I
it?
think the recorder and the streamer is taking up all the internet that you might have.
Acha, okay. Um,
Yeah, now see if it is back.
mm, this should work. It's very slow.
Now it should work.
So if I paste it here, this is the screenshot of the page, and I'll also share the sample channel.
I think for non-logged in users, it won't let you attach. Yeah, arbitrary
So,
file
okay.
types. Yeah.
Mm, get me.
Yeah, just copy the CSV, paste it in the prompt itself, I'm guessing.
No, it's get me variables for this CSS maybe with light and dark. All right. So it's better for me to log in. Let me log in. uh,
Hmm.
too slow. ठीक है. We'll skip this part. So the process is you can directly upload the sample CSV, make changes in that.
Hmm.
Let me show you how it looks. So this is how it looks. You have to put variable name, set the light mode and dark mode colors, and just populate all this.
Hmm.
And you can just select this. It will upload your colors.
Okay.
So from the sample file, it uploaded these colors. You can just select now. So this is required if you want, if you have a decided set of color palette, and you just have to name it semantically, like background color makes sense in light and dark mode as well, right? Instead of using such naming, it is better to use this. So let's try and use this. So for this I can directly use background colors. It might look bad right now because, so this is white. For this what we can do is we can use primary color for this.
Hmm.
um, and maybe change the dark theme color.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So once you publish, you can,
Yeah, there is some caching issue or something.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah,
So.
this is how you can use color variables. You can bulk upload all the variables you have decided for your site, and then select all the elements, um, use that variables, and then you can also change and check if things are looking good.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So there is a question. Does color have gradients, linear or round pyramid?
Yeah, so if you want this to be gradient,
Hmm.
you can go here and select gradient, and maybe this is what he was asking.
Yeah.
And you can have your custom gradient as well, but yeah, default, use default. Um, if you want your custom, then you'll have to create it. So for example, this looks okayish. Maybe
Hmm.
this is better for this page. And then
Hmm.
if you want to change the angle, you can just rotate it.
Yeah, this is new. Nice.
Cool. So yeah, gradient, you can have linear, radial, and you can add multiple stops inside this, have different color for it, and you can create your own gradient. and it also has shadow, so you can change the color of shadow to match your gradient, so it will look good,
Hmm.
something like this.
Nice. Useful features.
So yeah, I am almost done with the color variables. If you have more questions on this, let me know. Next up, we'll have component creation, so that we don't have to uh, put effort in creating everything from scratch. So each and every page has um, blocks that are used throughout the page, that we can handle it with components.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. The header, the footer, the common components across different pages, and even a
Yeah.
button which is used maybe on the same
Hmm.
page. You are using a section heading all across, right? So useful.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah,
no
I'll
questions. We
start
can
with.
proceed, I think. Yeah.
Okay. So this is the best candidate for component creation, but what we'll do is we'll jump uh, to my demo pages. It has better examples, I think. So suppose this kind of cards I want to um, create a component out of, because as you can see it is getting used multiple times. So instead of duplicating cards, what I'll do is I'll for now hide this, create a component out of this, right click, save as component, uh, can call it feature card and save it. It automatically gets converted to feature card, and all the components will be listed here. Now I can just drop 3 cards, make changes in this. Graphite, what what were the examples, let me check. um, Rough edges, and what is this, this is also same. No, this creative soul. Okay. So with this I've used the component and made changes over them. But what is the use of creating component? I could have just duplicated it, right? And I did not have to go to the I mean, I did not have to put this effort of creating a component. The
Mm-hmm.
one and the most important use of this is you can later on change the style of one component, and it will reflect across uh, the instances of component. So if I click on edit component, and suppose I want to change the background color of it later on, something like that. Yeah. So I'll save the component. Wait, this is on my local. I'll change the background. and it gets
Hmm.
updated across all the usage of this
Instances.
component.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
um I can surely change, uh, select a component, instance of component, and override some color. Like if I want this to be red, that I can do, but other styles are inherited from the main component.
Hmm.
And if I want to reset changes, you can do it by right clicking.
Hmm.
So can override anything, but if you think you want the default style to be
Hmm.
inherited, you can just reset changes.
Mm-hmm.
Changes. Okay. So now you can also inherit components, like you can nest components. For example, this feature card had uh, um, so this feature card is not a component, but it is using component inside it. But you can also convert this to a component directly.
The entire list of features. Okay.
Yes, so you can directly uh, use list of features again somewhere, and
Okay.
then make changes over it. So it
Mm-hmm.
has component inside component, and if
Mm-hmm.
you make changes in this component, later on it should ideally reflect across all of them.
Hmm.
And if you make changes in this component, like this, something is off.
By the way, this is Suraj's development environment, so there might be more
Yeah.
bugs than the live release.
uh, Anyway, something is off here. um okay, so this should ideally work. I don't know what's wrong with this. um I'll move this down. Okay, so we'll move ahead with
Mm-hmm.
this, with the next section. But if you have any doubt with this, let me know.
Yeah, post it in the chat. Cool. No questions still. Okay. So Salet says, normally I would see a propagation option when updating a component. Okay. I think in Builder, as soon as you save the component, it propagates to all the instances.
What do you mean?
No, so there was a question. Normally, I would see a propagate option when updating a component. So it would propagate the changes
Okay,
to all the instances. I think in Builder, when you hit save, it automatically propagates.
yeah. So what he might be asking is, suppose you hit save. There is some problem with this. Let me move it to my public instance. Here, I'll paste this. Now this should work. Let me duplicate it. edit component,
Shows
and
component machine.
mm, this should work. Okay, so this is
Hmm.
working. Yeah, what was I trying to share? Um, Suppose if I edit this and remove all this component inside it, this is still a component, right?
Hmm.
And if I save this, there is sync option,
Hmm.
and what it should ideally do is it should remove all the
Hmm. Okay.
blocks inside it. So that is what sync option is for.
Okay.
um, Technically, when you create a component, you place some elements inside it, right?
Hmm.
And later on, when you remove particular element inside a component, uh, it does not sync by default. You'll have to either hit reset or sync component, and that are those are two options, or else you hit the sync component that you get while saving the component that you saw.
Okay.
This thing, this, so this syncs across the pages, that the structural changes inside component gets synced across the pages. It did not work here for some reason. um, Components, I'll make a note of it. All right. um, any questions on this?
Okay. I was saying. Okay. 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 How about lists, number bullets, checkboxes? Okay. So I think the question is, how do we get lists, numbered and unordered lists, and checkboxes in the builder?
So that will be part of our next. uh, so next I'll cover scripting for pages. So till now we were covering components, and now few things have to be handled with scripts.
Okay.
But the list part that you were saying is quite doable with normal text block. For example, if I select this, let me change the gap and text color. Okay. So suppose you have this text block, you want things to be numbered, then you can do this. Okay. Um, Things to buy. Something like this. Or if you want unordered list, you can do this.
Yeah.
Uh,
Asterisk and space.
but I don't think checkbox will work. Usually this is how we do it in MD, right?
Hmm. No, it doesn't work. Okay.
Mm, something like this, but I don't think it will work. Okay, because this is not completely MD. This is tip tap, and it limits what we can do with it.
Hmm.
Mm, so checkboxes usually have should have some data attached to it, but that can be done with scripts. You can check it out later on.
Okay.
Um, do we have time? Enough time?
We have uh, 40 minutes.
Okay. Um, let's jump to adding scripts to the page. But before that, if you have any doubt with the basics of how things work, let me know.
Yeah, if there are any questions. I don't think there will be much questions because I think we covered like everything from basics and
Yeah.
cool.
So mm, let me pick a good example. Okay. So things like this, we usually have to get it from our database or something that is stored, and we maintain a list of. Uh, we don't usually hard code things like this on a web page. It is updated from somewhere. So what we can do is we can show it after fetching it from the database. Um, so before we can get it from database, let me remove this, and let me introduce a concept of repeater. So suppose you have one block and you want similar block to be repeated programmatically. You can do is you can click repeat block. For that to work, you need some uh, collection ready, so that based on that it repeats itself. To create a collection, you can hit data script. So data script is used to process data from either your database or from external source. For demo purpose, we'll use the external resource. This is one external resource where we can fetch dummy data. Okay, so let's see if it has what we want. it has recipes, but it does not have fruits. I think we need fruits, but maybe we can use product as an example in this case. Uh,
We can also create a
so
simple
on
Python list, right? If you want.
um, okay. S- So for Python list also I'll use this.
Now it loaded fast.
Still loading.
Okay. Try pasting
Okay,
now.
done.
Yeah.
I want Python dummy data for this card.
List of, I think. It should understand, but no, I yeah.
Yeah, it
Example with
created
multiple cards. Cool. Let's copy, I think.
10. But the problem with this is these image URLs are always broken. But fine, let's try it out. Um, so in our script, we'll have to create data dot products. Okay, products. We already have products and don't need this print statement. And hit save. So it reflected here. Now we have products as our collection, which has multiple products. In this case, it has 10 products. So I'll select this. I already have this repeater which needs products, which needs collection, and in this case we have products. So it repeated it 10 times. Now we'll arrange it to flow in this direction, and the width should be okay. Okay, we had product grid. Instead of grid, we'll go with stack. Now we also need other products to come down. So for this, we'll use wrap. Let's remove this product grid. We don't need that. Okay. So what it does is it takes as many it places as many products as it can, and if there are more, it wraps it. Now let's put some more gap in between them. Now as you can see, the name of each product are different, but it is not reflecting here because we haven't mapped it to the particular um, element. To do that, what we can do is select um, the element and then map it to a dynamic value. um, am I mapping it properly? um, select red apple, content, set dynamic value. Yeah, it shows up now. Okay, so I'm selecting name and then it gets updated here. Okay, and the description, I have selected the description element, set dynamic. Okay, and let us set a fixed width so that it doesn't change according to the content. So I've selected the it- item card and let's set fixed width. Yeah, looks good. Let's quickly map other content as well. The pricing should be this. What else can we map?
Suraj, that crow is back, I guess.
Oh, yeah, this is not Pro, I think.
Okay.
Uh, okay, so let's map this image. Yeah, so as I said, it is broken, so I'll not change it. But in this case, we'll also need to show the um, currency, right? So what I'll do is I'll duplicate this card, wrap it to the wrap it, and change the direction. So now we can map the currency to this. Okay, okay. Hmm. Okay, we don't have the real currency. It looks like this, but okay. We'll put some gap between them so that it looks like this. Now we'll also need to show per kg and all that. So for that we can also duplicate this. This could simply be slash, and let's remove this slash. Now we'll have to map this to unit. Yeah, so you can see it is dozen over here and kg for everything else. Yeah, for this it is box. Can reduce gap a bit, or if we want different gaps for this and this, what we can do is we can put it in a separate container and change the direction. Now it looks much better, like gap between USD could be more, something like this. So that's how you can map dynamic value to your element, repeat similar same component. If you want to change the title, you can also do it with the data script. uh, Data dot um, listing title, and if you want to fetch it from somewhere, uh, new collection. something like that. And you can um, yeah, any doubt in this?
Any questions related to dynamic data? Basically, this data script is a Python script that you can write. Either you have like the hard coded thing, which you usually won't have. You will be either calling it from your Frappe backend, as we'll see later, or you will use an API. Maybe you have an API somewhere else you are calling and then rendering those here. And these are server rendered, by the way. So you're not losing on SEO or anything.
So I created multiple blocks like this to, set this simple value, right?
Hmm.
um, Instead, what we can also do is we can process data directly in the server and
Hmm.
just set the final value to a single block. Like, since this is a Python script, you can use some of the Python syntax to loop through all the
Products.
products
Can you zoom in a bit?
uh,
Yeah, better.
pro- product in products data dot here. Um, Pricing equal to, I'm using f f string to format how I want it to be. It should be product dot currency. I need space after this, and then the pricing, the price of the product, and I need slash after this, and
The unit.
then the unit. So I'll save this and see if this works. F string should be this. I've used JS syntax. Okay. It does not have. So what we can do is this. Okay. We have pricing
None, none, none. Okay.
because this is not dict.
And you will have to make it single quotation, I guess. Or the outside one
Hmm.
can be the single quotation mark.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Dragatunal says, am I late to the party? The AI thing in the last conference was mind blowing. Congratulations.
We are going back a bit to understand basics, and then yeah, we'll get back to that AI thing. So okay, so we have formatted things, and now we can just simply use that. Let me go to the layers and remove everything else. I don't want this and this, and maybe this completely. I can just map this to pricing and done. So yeah, this is how you can use this data script to format however you format the data you want to show in the screen, and then just simply use that. All right. um,
So yeah, there is this question. I think this we are going to cover anyways, but since we are already fetching all the records on that page, I wanted to understand how the dynamic data for each pop-up slash description page will be managed respectively. So I think dynamic pages
yeah.
for each of the products, maybe that is the question.
Hmm. Yeah, that will be our next part. So let me check if I've covered everything that we need in
Yeah.
this.
By the way, we have
Mm,
left 15 minutes for today, and then we can
okay,
break it for the next session.
all right. Yeah, I mean, we have a lot to cover. We
Yeah,
are
yeah.
still covering basic stuff, and slowly we'll go into the advanced stuff. I
Okay.
mean, we started with advanced stuff with the scripting, but there are much more things that we can cover in
Hmm.
this. So, okay, with this, now what we want is click on the product and then open a detail page. Usually, that is the flow,
Hmm.
and we need a single page that can render uh, all of this product details individually. So we can either create single pages for all of them, or else we can create a template page that can render information of these products based on the URL, so that we can cover. um, okay, so one thing I wanted to cover is searching, but we'll do it once we are done with the detail page. So let me create a duplicate of this page. So this is the duplicate. Now I'll keep this heading, and let's convert this to detail page quickly. Hmm. Something like this with more information, and we'll have this we'll have minimum height to this, so that it this footer doesn't stick to this. mm, PTVH at least. Yeah. So now go back and see. Okay, this was the home page, and I'll change the URL to slash products. Okay. um this is fruit collection. Okay, we have fruit collection over here. Okay, and now on clicking this fruit, I'll remove this add button for now because we are not planning to add cart section in this. On clicking, I have to open the detail page. So this is the detail page we are planning. So ideally URL should be something like this, right? So for this to happen, you we already have this URL. We can have this part as dynamic. To make that happen, we will say, suppose fruit detail. We'll change this to appropriate fruit later on, but first of all, let's make this part dynamic. The URL part should be dynamic. Products slash. So to make the URL dynamic so that it accepts anything, any arbitrary value in that slot, in that s- slug, like this will be for product ID. Okay, so this slug, and this part could be anything. S- um, Let me show what I mean by that. So this could be apple, this could be anything, and it will render the same page irrespective of the URL. So we will get this product ID inside our script. uh, and the ID is right now this 1234. So this is the old script from the duplicated page, by the way. So um, we'll use this map and just select the product that is passed from the previous page. Like suppose here I click red apple, it um, should open this page with red apple or ID. In this case, the red apple's ID is one. I think. All right. So the way we can do it is, first of all, let's create a URL for this. As you already know, we can link it to open products slash apple. But the problem with this is every block will point to apple. Like if I click on this, it will go to product slash apple. Should go to pages. Okay, yeah. So but we can't use this static hard coded URL. We'll have to map it from somewhere, right?
Hmm.
So for this to happen, we can do similar thing like product product link could be product ID and slash no uh, product ID should be at the end.
Yeah.
Hmm, slash pages slash products slash this. Yeah, looks correct. Now we just have to map it to this. So red apple should open one, this should open two, and so on. Okay. Now let's go to the detail page and then make changes so that it fetches the correct information. So now in the URL we are getting the ID. Okay, so we don't need this, we just need the selected product. So data dot selected product equal to, now all the dynamic stuff we can get it in frappe dot form dict dot whatever key we have set. In this case it was product ID. If I'm not wrong, let's set it to this for now. So this is the key which
Hmm.
we will get in the script here.
Okay.
Okay, now from this list we'll have to pick the right product. How will we do it? For product,
Can you zoom in at least twice? Yeah. One more time. Yeah. Thanks.
product ID. um, is there a better way to do it? Find.
For now, it is fine. I think. Okay. Do we have the find API in server scripts? That is one thing. Okay. Where is it?
Equal.
Manual. Cheat sheet. No, find is not there.
You can check it from this uh, frappe dot utils dot find. No, it is not there.
Yeah, yeah. I just checked
Cool.
the whitelisted.
Mm, so this is how it will select the
Hmm.
product and to break the loop, is it break?
Yeah. What does it say? Oh, that data dot products, I guess, in the loop.
Okay.
Yeah. Where is the selected product?
We don't need it in data. We just need selected product in data, and it is
Hmm.
not selecting. Uh,
So, hmm. So the if condition is never satisfied, I guess. Oh, dot ID won't work, right? It should be, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we are so used to Frappe dot underscore dict
So
instances that.
if we want
Hmm.
that, you can just use that
Hmm.
uh, as dict.
Underscore dict, I guess. Yeah. Or it's directly.
Tills dot.
It. No, it's directly underscore dict. Directly just underscore dict. Not even Frappe dot. Just, yeah. But that is a list. Oh, we have to convert each one
uh,
into a dict. Okay, got it. Maybe.
Frappe dot dict. No, it
Uh,
is. It should be there. uh,
Let me just check. Uh, Frappe dot util dot make filter dict. No, no. Or we have to map it.
Let me quickly check it out. Frappe. There is. Let me try that. Frappe dot details. No, ठीक है. Let's use the syntax.
Can we just add both of this to the data dot so we can check? Uh, Maybe just add
Yeah.
the product ID to data. Hmm. It's 3. And that is int. And this is string. So that is why it won't never be true.
So,
Okay.
okay.
That was my suspicion. Correct.
Frappe dot details dot seed. Right.
Yep, worked.
Nice catch.
I've been there
Uh,
a lot.
okay. Uh, okay. So now we just have to map stuff to this. This is showing red apples because it is hard coded. We just have to change selected product name. This should be description, and this should be pricing. We don't have pricing code, but I'll use this for now. All right. So yeah, this should work with
Yep, now we have a dynamic
different.
page.
Now let's see if this works. So if I want to open oranges, it should open oranges. Yep.
Cool.
So yeah, that's the dynamic part with the server script involved. Um, I think we are over 15 minutes already, so maybe we can continue this scripting part in depth in the next session.
Yeah, we still have to cover the JavaScript piece.
Yeah, there is lot to cover with in, for scripting.
Yeah.
There
So
is
let's
global
pick it
script,
up.
that is there is
Hmm.
block level scripts,
Hmm.
client scripts. Yeah.
Cool. So end this part one here, and then we can do this in part two. And now I am thinking there might be a part three as well, but let's see. So
Yeah.
there is this suggestion: instead of navigating users to a separate page template to display the information, could we have the button open a pop-up modal that shows all the details we plan to include? Maybe that's a good example of
Uh,
using JavaScript to display a modal or something. But yeah, on click.
oh, acha. Okay,
Uh-huh.
got it. Got it.
So a preview modal
Nice.
of the fruit, I guess.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. Any questions
So
before we wrap up? Yeah, Suraj.
in the next session we have d- um, obviously client script to cover, SEO related stuff, how we can improve the SEO of the overall site. There are lots of how to's that I wanted to cover,
Hmm.
like setting custom font, homepage redirect,
Hmm.
using
Hmm.
Figma plugin,
Hmm.
and yeah, I have all the list. Let's see how much we can cover tomorrow.
Cool, cool. So for everyone, tomorrow we are going to have the next part of the live stream. The exact timing I'll publish on YouTube as a schedule by EOD. And let's see. Okay. Cool. Any questions, anyone, before we wrap up? There are only 8 men standing. The last. But yeah, if you haven't subscribed yet, do hit that subscribe button. We are very near, not that near on the speed we have grown to, but yeah, 10,000 subscribers.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
9,500 something by now. Cool. I hope this session was useful, and thanks, Suraj, for
Yeah.
showing us
Yeah,
Frappe
I mean,
Builder.
I
Yeah.
think we covered the boring stuff today.
Yeah, now
uh,
the interesting stuff
so
for the next session.
yeah, yeah.
Cool, yeah, but this lays out the base in terms of understanding
Hmm.
the core concepts of Frappe Builder, and then now we build upon it in the next session.
Yep, yep.
Cool, cool. Okay, thanks everyone. Bye bye.
Yeah.